What is up, guys? Delboy here. Hope you guys are doing well. Before we get into this video, I hope you guys are enjoying Easter. Hopefully you've spent it with family, friends and had a great time. Now on to the boxing. Dave Allen knocks out Lucas Browne in 3 rounds with a body shot. I've got to say, going into this fight, I wasn't really sure who to pick. I was on the fence for a couple of reasons. I just can't really trust Dave Allen to show up in optimum condition and in a good mindset. And not only that, as for Lucas Browne, he himself has had discipline issues in regards to weight and fitness. But, going into this fight, I felt there was a strong possibility this guy could be shot to bits. A year ago, he looked terrible against Dillian Whyte. He got beat up and brutally knocked out. And since then, he's fought low-level journeymen. And in one of those fights against Kamil Sokolovsky, he arguably lost that fight. So going into this Dave Allen fight, I really wasn't sure what Lucas Browne had left. So I found this fight really hard to call. But Dave Allen got the knockout win. In the first round, Lucas Browne took the initiative. He was a lot more busy. He was flicking that jab out there. He was also trying to bring that right uppercut into play. Dave Allen, he had his hands held high with his head kind of forwards, so he was kind of leaning over his front foot, and that was causing him to get caught with that right uppercut fairly regularly. And Lucas Browne found a home for that shot in the first round. He was also being active with the jab, like I said, and all in all, he was just the busier guy in round 1. Dave Allen was, slipping and sliding. He was trying to slip the jab, move his head, and he would try and come back with a looping overhand right to counter Lucas Browne's jab. Lucas Browne had a slow jab in this fight, and, a lot of the time it was coming from his waist. And Dave Allen was clearly trying to time that with his overhand right in the first round. But first round I felt Lucas Browne won it based on volume. And the second round was more of the same. Again, Lucas Browne landing some good right uppercuts, some good jabs, and a couple of good right hands. Dave Allen, he landed a couple of good shots in round 2, but he was just outworked. But I noticed towards the end of round 2, Lucas Browne was already starting to tire. His mouth was open, he was breathing out of his mouth, and I felt that was a bad thing going forwards, despite him winning the first 2 rounds clearly. And in round 3, Dave Allen took the initiative, and he tried to apply some pressure on Lucas Browne. The finish came with a lovely right uppercut to the head, followed by a left hook to the body, and the body shot crippled Lucas Browne. He hit the canvas, and he couldn't beat the count. I believe the right uppercut also broke Lucas Browne's nose, because when Lucas Browne was on the floor, his nose was pouring with blood. So the finish was actually quite brutal from Dave Allen. And the quality was all in the setup, right uppercut to the head, and he changed levels with that body shot, and it just took Lucas Browne out. Really good finish by Dave Allen, and, just a glimpse of quality from Dave Allen. And he showed that in a few fights in the past. I mean, you go back to the Nick Webb fight, look at the knockout in that fight. He set that shot up really well also. Dave Allen, he gets hit a lot. Defensively, he's not great. He doesn't have the highest output, but he does understand boxing. He does have somewhat of a boxing brain, and you can see that with the rare moments of quality that he does. But the thing with Dave Allen, as we all know, he's just not consistent enough. But nevertheless, he got the job done against Lucas Browne, picking up his career biggest win, and now he can really go into a big fight. Me personally, I would like to see Dave Allen versus David Price. To me, that's the fight that should happen. That fight makes a lot of sense, and I really want to see that one. That should be a really entertaining fight. Another fight Eddie Hearn mentioned was Dave Allen versus Derek Chisora. I think Chisora, even now, is at too of a high level for Dave Allen, to be honest with you. I would rather see Dave Allen fight somebody like David Price and see where he goes from there. But congratulations to Dave Allen. He got the knockout win. Good setup, good knockout. And just a good finish all around. As for Lucas Browne, I mean, he won the first 2 rounds, but despite that, he looked very sluggish, very slow. He was pushing his punches out there. His punches didn't really have that thudding impact they used to do. And at 40 years old, I think Lucas Browne is shot to bits, if I'm being honest with you. So I would like to see Lucas Browne retire. Whether he does or not, I'm not sure. Maybe he will become like a high-level journeyman. Who knows? But his career is done at any sort of decent level, to be honest. But yeah, share your thoughts below on this fight. Were you impressed with Dave Allen? Or, you know, were you disappointed in Lucas Browne? I've got to be honest, I was disappointed in the showing by Lucas Browne. I'm not saying he didn't try because he won the first 2 rounds, but he was just not, he wasn't there. You know, he wasn't there, and maybe he shouldn't be doing this sport anymore. That's how I feel about it. Share your thoughts below. Peace.